Welcome back to PYJynJoy, Messages from the Divine. This is Charmaine, your holistic life coach, coming to you today with a message for the collective. Before we get started, we will cleanse the energy of the space. And prepare our minds for the message that we're about to receive so that we are clear with it, we are open to it, we are receiving, palms up to receive. And with that, we will clear our minds doing 3 deep cleansing breaths. In through the nose, out through the mouth, letting go of whatever you were thinking about prior to coming into this space, to not think about what you have to do after you leave the space, coming here and just open your mind so you can receive the benefits of the message. So let your eyelids flutter closed, and then inhale through your nose. Visualize the air that's cleansing you, sweeping into your body, dusting away anything that doesn't need to be there, gathering it up. So then when you exhale from your mouth, just sigh it all out, let it go, release it all. Again, inhale through your nose, inhale a little deeper. Feel it sweep all the way down to your toes, clearing that out, clearing your head out. And then exhale, let your shoulders relax. The tension is also leaving your body. Last time, inhale through your nose. Inhale a little deeper. Feel it go a little further to your fingertips. And then exhale from your mouth, sigh it out, release, relax, and open your eyes. So we are here today. Now let's see what's going to come up today. We'll do a quick little shuffle. I've had quite a bit of manifesting. There's been a lot also with business and starting. And you know why too? Because a lot of people, with this job market right now, it's kind of crazy. So people are like, well, you know what? Why don't I just start my business? If you haven't found that job that you want just yet, or if it's a situation where you're at a job and it's just not the greatest, but you do have bills to pay, responsibilities. So people are doing these side hustles. So that's what you can think about too. So let's ask Divine, what message do you have today for the collective? What is it going to be about? We know what they've been a bit recently, but what's specific for today, Divine? What message do you have for the collective? So let's split the deck, see what we come up with. So we have intuition, 2, and then memories of love, 6. So 2 is about duality. It's about balance, harmony with the other, so your partnerships. And when you're thinking inside, it's your intuition, eyes are closed, you're self-reflecting, figuring out what's going on with you deep in the depths of your soul. And with the chakras, that's at your solar plexus, which is above your navel and below your rib cage, right in your gut, when people say your gut feelings. So that's your intuition. And then 6, memories of love. So it's passing, and a lot of cultures do this. I think it's so beautiful. So whether they light, what is the word? It's like this, the white, like not a parachute or a kite, but it's like a lantern. God, I could not get it out for the life of me. A lantern, where they'll light a candle in a lantern and it blows up and it goes, or people will go to the ocean and then put out little candles. Not just also be safe with the environment. We don't want to let anything get caught up in the environment, but it's just a very nice way of having memories. It's the water, it's flowing, it's your emotions. So it's something good there. 6 is all about birth. It's about loyalty. It's about your responsibilities. So let's see what we come up with, or rather what the Divine comes up with in furthering that message. So Divine, tell us more about what that can mean. Memories of love. What is that all about? So let's see. We have positive movement forward, 8. 8 is about prosperity. It's your abundance. And this is, again, some more water. So perhaps someone out there is going to take a trip. You're moving. You're going forward from leaving behind what wasn't so great. So maybe some toxicity, maybe you getting away from that job. So let's see what more comes up with that. So that is your immediate past. Here we have prosperity begins, 1. So 8, abundance. 1 is new beginnings at your present time. And there's a seed from a peach beneath the ground with roots leading up to a tree. And the ground is being nurtured. Hands are protecting it, protection, warmth. And the tree has a lot of peaches. And some of them have blown up into the sky as they are growing in butterflies. So let's see your present state. There's some creativity. There's movement going on. Let's see what else we come from here. The divine telling us. In the immediate future, you will have feelings of trapped in fear. Another 8 as well. And with that, it's you getting caught up in the mental. And there's not really anything for you to be afraid of. See, there's a window. And through the window, there's the light, the sun. But you are trying to stay in the darkness because you feel trapped. These look like the window with a different to make the panes, but it also looks like a cell. So it's really up to you how you're interpreting it. Are you looking at it where you're trapped in a cell, or are you looking at it as if you're looking out and seeing the sky and seeing the sun? But with the head bowed and, body language is drawn in, it's seeing that you have this fear. But in reality, there is nothing to fear. Your distant past, I just mentioned this, your solar plexus. So there's something going on in your gut. So remember in the beginning, there was the intuition. So something in your gut from the distant past is what led you, you're following your intuition to move forward. And 3, again, like we had it before, it's about expansion. It's about growth. It's you having the ability to have the Trinity as well. So past, present, future. And that's what we're looking at. Instead of a 3 card, is a 5 card to give a little more depth. So you have your intuition. Yellow, the sun, again, the sun warming this and the sun there. So now for your distant future, it's choose wisely. So again, more water. Your immediate past to your distant future, there's water involved. It has you sitting there now instead of sitting and feeling trapped. It's sitting at the edge of a pier, palms up to receive, like I said at the beginning. So you see how the divine, it's like, things happen, you say things, you do things, and you don't really know why. But for me to have said earlier, palms up, facing up, receiving, and then now the card showing this person sitting there at the edge of a pier, palms up in meditation, and to receive. That's how the divine works. It's really exciting sometimes just to see how it all comes about, the synchronicity of things. So with this, it's choosing wisely. There's different options. So remember that you always have options. It's up to you to choose wisely. But it's flight, it's growth, it's 2 again. So you have that going on. And 7 is about spirituality. It's about your inner knowledge, your wisdom. And that's what you usually are pulling on when you do a meditation. So let's look a little deeper into this. So it's looking as though there was something going on in the distant past where your intuition, you followed your gut and it led you to positive movement. So maybe this is for someone who is moving, that you're going to move, you're moving, perhaps you did get that new job and it's prosperity, because prosperity is coming from that positive movement forward. But you still have a lingering fear of what's going on and getting caught in your head. But the distant future, you have the ability of options. Things are laid out for you. The path is up to you, and you just have to choose wisely. So let's go a little deeper. So Divine, tell us a little more about this distant past. Where you have the solar plexus. What was this intuition, the inward discussion, the self-reflection? Tell us more about what that is that would lead to some positive movement forward. So Divine, tell us more about that. What is it that we have for this? Oops, and here we are. Base chakra, 1. So again, new beginnings. And that same about the red passion. So your base chakra is at the tailbone, at the very bottom of your spine. That is what houses your stability, your grounding, because that will reach down. That's where you do grounding, to reach down into the earth, to get grounded with source, spirit. And also that's where your money is, your prosperity, abundance, your fruitfulness. So your base chakra. So you have your base chakra. So whatever this intuition is, it led to you to have this prosperity, because again, it's the same thing. So it's new beginnings. So you are able to, your intuition led you to something that is getting you a new beginning, where you travel to another place, and that's where you're getting that prosperity. So what more can you tell us about that? About this moving forward, Divine, this positive movement that in the immediate past, the collective people out there that this is resonating for. And remember, this is not going to resonate for everyone. This is a message specific to some people out there who are going through a change, and it looks good. You just have to get out of your head. So if it doesn't resonate with you, just perhaps share it with others that will be able to benefit from this. Some of the cards fell, so let me just see what we have here. And it is light, 19, 1 plus 9, so that's the sun. We were just talking about that, the sun. So that's 19, 1 plus 9 is 10, so new beginnings, again, a 1. So you're reaching for the light, you're heading towards that sun. You're going forward, it's positive, you have it all at your hands, it's accessible to you, and you're reaching. So you're reaching, you're also remember with the boat, so this is all about you moving forward. You're moving forward with the light. You have everything that you need. You have sun. And remember, sun is all about the source. It is the source of energy. It gets you, think about it. Sometimes you feel a little down. If you step outside and have the sun on your face or stick your head out the window, just get access to the sun, you feel better. And that's because you're rejuvenated. You're getting the energy from the sun. So you have that. So then we also had rejoice and celebration fell out. Again, another 3. And it's 3 people coming together. There's excitement, it's happiness. There's little suns. Again, there's little orbs of sun. And the glasses are raised. And it's a celebration. So again, and it's green. So green is about your prosperity. So that's great. So in the immediate past, you had the movement forward. The sun is going there. It's all about you having this opportunity to rejoice because what you're doing, what you came up with in your intuition, from your base, from your root, it is going to be wonderful. So tell us now about this prosperity begins, the present divine. What can you tell us more? So it's all about these new beginnings. It's celebration. Things are great. What can you tell us about this present time to get a little more insight to it? Tell us some more. Oh, and this fell. Discontent and boredom. So that's what's probably leading to this trapped in fear. So 4. So 4 is all about your base, your structure, your foundation. Again, it's with you feeling grounded, and you can see there's a castle in the background, and then there's gardens there, but you're in another area, like another castle perhaps, or manor, and it has a balcony. So there's a rainbow still coming through. So despite being discontent and bored, there's still something that is driving you forward. So with the prosperity that's beginning, it will take time. So you may get a bit bored with it, but look, a root, a seed, before it germinates and the roots begin to come out, it takes a bit of time. So don't get so caught up in things. Use the time that it's taking for this to manifest as a means to plan. Do some research, build your foundation, get connections with people. Remember, there's 3 people, so connect with others, and you won't have all that to be discontent. But be patient. A lot of times that's what happens, and we're manifesting. We forget that it doesn't happen overnight. It can, but it doesn't necessarily have to. You are having to remain focused and determined. And that will keep blocks from coming into you, because when you begin to get discontent or bored, that's just putting up a block that's going to delay your manifestation even longer. So instead of doing that, take that energy and refocus it, use it to plan, use it to get things ready. Actively waiting, which means while that little seed is germinating, this great idea that you had in your intuition that led you to move, this new job, whatever it is, use that time to better yourself, to learn more, to focus and do self-care, get a massage, do something. But just don't get so caught in your head that you're now having this trapped in fear. But let's see a little bit more. Divine, tell us more about this present. So the prosperity is beginning. It will take a bit of time because roots have to grow from that seed. So what can you tell us some more? And there you go. 4, firm foundation. 4, again, I just said to be sure to build your foundation. When you're feeling bored, go and do something that's going to help you to go forward. Actively waiting. You're doing things as you are waiting. So this firm foundation, you have the triangle, you have the strength of his back, you have in the background, you have the strength of the arches. The Romans created those usually to make water flow. And then you have the mountain itself. So all the way to the top of the mountain, you have that strength. You look at the triangle, mimics the mountain. So you have that firm foundation and you're using it. So 4 repeated, that's what it's saying. So now let's get into this immediate future with trapped in fear. So Divine, tell us some more about this fear. Although there's still the prosperity is there, why is this person fearful? And the shadow card fell out. 1 + 8 is 9. 9 is about completions, endings. Doesn't mean that's something negative. It just means that that phase is done and it's over. And now to move on. So with that shadow, you are looking at yourself. Remember, you in the beginning was the intuition. So it was a self-reflection. It's the same thing. Now this is the moon. So the moon houses your most deep feelings. Sometimes you don't even remember them because your mind protects you. So they will be uncovered when you do your shadow work. So that's looking into the depths of your soul and what you're thinking about and your emotions. And the moon is all about emotions. It's also about nurturing. So with that, you need to, instead of that being trapped in fear, turn that around. See how that's an 8 and then added the 1, which becomes a 9. So it's in that feeling of feeling fearful, and the colors are even similar, and you still have the sun and the moon. You see the crescent moon and the sun. So you have that ability to look within yourself and don't be fearful. Look and see the inner strength that you have. Pull on that. Pull on it so that you can move forward. So tell us some more about this immediate future, Divine. So it's the fear, and it's just that you have to work with the shadow side of themselves. And what more can you tell us? So Divine, tell us some more about this. And look, waiting game 2. So remember I said with the seeds being planted, sometimes you have to wait. So you have this prosperity is beginning, but it's going to be some time to wait. And you can see how the same thing, the roots. So in the hourglass within the sand, the roots are, and it's almost empty. You can almost see at the top, it's the sand dripping down so that you are revealing the prosperity that's there. But it is coming. You just have to be patient. And then 2 is again, balance. Balance your emotions. Don't get so discontent and bored. Remember, you're building that firm foundation. You're actively waiting. So as you're doing all of that with the prosperity beginning, you have the waiting game. So that's what also can get in your head when you're waiting for something to happen and you're fearful, like, maybe did I do this right? Is this the right plan for me, or am I doing it wrong? Is this something? Don't doubt yourself. Don't let fear grow in your head and then cause you to lose out or delay the manifestation. So now let's look at the distant future. So you have choose wisely. So Divine, tell us some more about that, where there's options, and it's always good. You have options. It's always good to have the options. And it's about you having balance. Again, balance. 1 and 1, 11 is a master number, and there's also 2. So you have a balance. And this is where the angel has all the resources of the tarot, from the sword, the cup, the pentacle, the wand. You have everything at your disposal. Be sure that you are balancing. That's what I just said. Balance your emotions. Be sure that you are not going so far overboard where you're making yourself sick with worry. Don't do that. Balance everything. You have all the resources that you need. Now you just need to balance everything and move forward. So as you're choosing wisely, remember that you have everything that you already need within you. You just have to trust and move forward and trust that the divine has a plan for you, and that it does. So tell us more, Divine, about the balance, about having all the resources so that they can continue to manifest and to make a wise choice. So tell us more about the distant future. Something almost fell out, but then it jumped back in. So that wasn't quite the card. So let's see. Tell us, Divine, more about this distant future. What can you share about that? Some further insights into it. So let's see. Balance. 7, spirituality, choices to be made, meditation is going on. So let me just shuffle and then pull a card. So Divine, share with that. What do we need to know? new beginnings. Yay! 0, the Fool, new beginnings. So stepping out and leaving behind the past, moving forward. So now that the waiting game is over, the prosperity is beginning, you can move forward with new beginnings. Step out into the earth. You have manifested it. Now take it out, carry it out to the world. You've moved forward. Remember that positive movement forward? That all came about. So that was your immediate past to where your distant future is the new beginnings. You took that leap of faith and you are moving forward. You're trusting, knowing you have everything that you need to move forward, and that's what you have. New beginnings. Excellent. So at the bottom card, it just shows spiritual union, and again, another 2. So perhaps in this onward journey, you will partner with someone who you have like minds. So the heads together, meaning that you have similar thoughts. Maybe it's a mentor. Whatever it is, you're connecting spiritually with this person over what this new beginning has in store for you. So that is from there. Let's just see a couple of cards from the angel deck and see what this has to tell us. So angels, is there a further insight that you can offer on this message of the person used their intuition and came up with moving forward, possibly moving someplace where prosperity will begin for them? So tell us some more with this new beginnings that they're having. Knight of Water, emotional, romantic, enthusiastic, contemplative, falling in love or wedding proposals, the need to balance emotions. See? So you need to balance your emotions. Again, back to balance. You need to balance. So you have these new beginnings. So as everything is happening, you see there's the king. He's riding on a dolphin, but he's at the surface. He's in control. So there's a bit more waves around him, but he's leaping over. Think of a dolphin, how they leap in the water. The king is like, I got control of this. He has the reins. He is in control, and the emotions are not going to get overly done. So let's see. What else can you tell us, angels, about this message? We'll pull another card and see what we come up with. And this has Awakening 3. Archangel Gabriel, look at things from a different perspective. A temporary standstill, it's important to be yourself. So you need to look at things differently. So remember, you are choosing wisely. So as you're choosing wisely, look at all of the options. Look at all of the different perspectives. What all that you have available to you, and you will do well. 1 and 2, again, is 3. So 3 is about that expansion. So you will expand into this new beginning that you have for you. And look, at the bottom, the same card. So here we have positive movement forward. And then we have 6 of air. Things are looking up. The end of a situation, taking a trip. So there you have it. There you have it. So let's check the crystal to see what is happening that can help. What crystals' properties will enhance this situation. So divine, what crystal will help the collective out there to have this manifestation of their dream that they were creating from their intuition, the idea that has sparked and has moved forward, that is prosperous and setting them on a whole new path? Divine, what crystal would be for this message? That's way too many fell out. Let's try it again. What crystal do you have for this message? And it is aquamarine. Aqua, water, blue, so it's the earth, marine, blue. Go with the flow. See? Go with the flow, honey. This is you flowing, 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 flowing. See all the water? See the stepping out, the new beginnings? Go with the flow. And that means relax, take it easy. You don't have to worry about things. You need to focus on the positive green. That's your heart. Remember, balance your emotions. So balance your emotions with it. Green is also money. So it's prosperous. So money will flow to you. You have all of this abundance around you. And that's what you're looking at. So go with the flow. Don't be stagnant. Remember that you have everything that you need within you to move forward and to manifest. And that's what you've done. So I'm excited for you. For whomever this resonated with, I'd be so thankful if you will like the video, share it with friends. For those who didn't resonate with, share it with someone else. They may need to hear this message. The more it's shared, the more it gets out into the collective, so the divine's message is spread throughout. And also subscribe to PYJynJoy and click the notification bell there. I do videos every day, and there's posts that I have as well for some daily inspiration. So subscribe and you'll know when all is happening. So thank you again for tuning in. Love, light, and peace.